Welcome back, everybody, to Well Life Wednesday, where we explore the intersection of mental health, emotional wellness, healing, and personal growth. I'm Cristy, a licensed clinical mental health counselor supervisor.
And I'm Iris Hooper, your licensed clinical addiction specialist associate. Thank you again for joining us, whether you're watching on YouTube, listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or your favorite podcast platform.
That's right. And today's topic is one that many high achieving individuals, caregivers, leaders, ministry workers, parents, therapists, entrepreneurs, and helping professionals experience, but don't often have the language for it. And that conversation today, Iris, is purpose fatigue. When you're
Wow,
called, but you're tired.
that's
This is
good.
what we're doing.
This isn't an ordinary burnout. This isn't laziness. This is a lack of passion. Purpose fatigue occurs when you're still committed to your mission, but you're emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually exhausted carrying it all.
Yeah, you're still showing up. You're still serving. You're still helping others. You're still leading. But internally, you're running on fumes. And many people feel guilty admitting that.
So let's start by defining purpose fatigue. Purpose fatigue is the emotional exhaustion that occurs when someone feels deeply connected to a responsibility, mission, ministry, career, calling, or life assignment, but has carried it for so long without sufficient restoration.
And Iris, we talked about restoration in the previous episode, so that's important. I think the
Mhm,
whole key of what we've been talking about burnout, um, workforce trauma, and identity. It's
mhm.
about restoration, resetting, replenishing.
Yes,
That's the same thing, the same underlining meaning here today too. Purpose fatigue often sounds like I love what I do, but I'm exhausted. I still care, but I don't have anything left to give. And I know
that's
I've
my. I guess that's my line right there.
right. I know this is what God called me to do, but I'm tired. Many people in the Bible were called, but they went through a lot of stuff. Them tests and trials, it made them strong.
Uh-huh.
People depend on me, and I don't know how much longer I can keep this up.
Wow.
You have a lot of people who are the um, backbone of their family or their environment, and they're carrying the weight of the family. You hear that a lot when it comes to these
Mhm.
athletes. I got to get my family out of this environment. I'm carrying them on my back. If I make it, everybody make it. That can be exhausting sometimes, and it shouldn't just be on you to make sure everybody is well. It shouldn't be.
Right.
Everybody should be accountable for themselves, and it's okay to help people, but there's also boundaries.
That's true. And what's unique about purpose fatigue is that you're not necessarily trying to quit. You're just desperately needing relief.
Yeah. And that's why many people ignore it because they assume if this is my purpose, I shouldn't feel tired. If God called me, I shouldn't struggle. And if I love what I do, burnout shouldn't happen.
But purpose doesn't eliminate humanity. Every meaningful work can become overwhelming. And that goes back to needing self-care when you're tired and just, feeling overwhelmed. You have to get your rest, some type of relaxation. If it's nothing but finding like a peaceful hobby, something to where you do not have to be doing extra um extensive work. You
Yeah,
can just relax.
that's good, Iris. So let's talk about why purposeful people are most at risk. The people most vulnerable to purpose fatigue are often the strongest people in the room. Like I said, you're the one who's always going to be, if nobody else steps up, you're going to be the one to step up. If nobody else um, wants to be the first to commit to something, you'd be like, okay, I'll be that. Even though you already tired,
Hmm.
you already obligated yourself to other things. Here we go again, putting something else on our plate because we're the dependable people. We're the helpers, we're the caregivers, and we're the leaders.
They also the people that everyone calls,
Mhm.
the people who solve the problems, the people who carry everybody else's burden. And that sounds tiresome and overwhelming. If
Yeah.
you're doing all that for everybody, when do you have time for yourself?
And we've talked about several times, people, how, Iris, how people don't check on a strong one
Mm-hmm.
because you don't show any signs of, or you don't express that I'm tired. I don't have anything left to give. But it actually, you're not saying it, but we see it. It
Mm-hmm.
shows up. Those of us who are aware, we can see that you're struggling in your purpose. You've slacked up.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff that you used to be 100% 10 on is now looking like more 5. And we're asking, you doing all right? And you holding strong. Oh yeah, I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm doing just fine. No, you're not. And Iris said it in last week. It's okay to tag a team member in.
Mm-hmm.
Once people know, then you delegate. Things become a little easier because purpose-driven individuals frequently have difficulty, like it's saying no. Not
Mm-hmm.
right now. I need help. I need rest. I can't carry this today. I'm at a place in my life now where I have no problem saying I ain't got it today. Or do a reset in the middle of the day. Let me go take a hour, 45
Mm-hmm.
minute reset, and we're gonna come back to this thing. My morning started out rough, but by lunchtime we're gonna get this thing together. Or if you know you're not gonna be able to get it together, you let the people know around you, okay, I need y'all to take the lead.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Fine.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing, Chris. We have to get to the point where we ask for help, and that's strong people sometimes have difficulty asking for help.
That's true.
So if we can get to that point, I think we're making a little bit of progress there. So many helping professionals were taught that the value comes from how much they give, and eventually they start measuring self-worth through sacrifice. And we shouldn't have to, that shouldn't be the case.
Right.
Well, it's based on what we do. That's what you identify with. That's your self-worth because you've given, 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 given. It's more to you than that.
It is. And Iris, you don't it's at some stage and phase in your life, you should stop sacrificing stuff.
Yeah,
Stop sacrificing your needs, your desires, your wants.
that's true.
You have to put you first in order
Mm-hmm.
to be able to even fulfill your purpose. This goes back to wellness and wholeness. If you're not well, if you're not setting boundaries, if you're not positioning yourself to make sure that you are okay, everything else is null and void.
That's true, Chris.
That's a dangerous place to be in
It is.
because when sacrifice becomes identity, boundaries begin to feel selfish.
Yes, yes, yes.
Say what you want to say, call me whatever, selfish. uh, It's all about, I'll take all of that because I got to make sure I'm okay. Because then if I'm okay, the people around me are going to be okay. And if they're not, because I'm okay, I can assist with them where I need to be.
Right.
And when you start sacrificing your identity and your boundaries feel selfish, that's where emotional depletion begins.
That's it.
You become more and more depleted.
Mm-hmm.
You keep extending yourself. The more you keep driving that purpose and you have no solid foundation to stand on.
So, Cristy, let's talk about the difference between purpose and performance.
Ooh,
This is an important distinction. Purpose and performance are not the same thing, people.
no, they're not. You talked about this last week. Performance. People have to
Mhm.
decide to perform.
Yeah, I don't know why, because performing can be tiresome.
Exhausting.
Hmm.
You got all of
You
these
got to put on the act.
whole show for people.
So, yeah.
You think about all these people putting on concerts, Kurt Franklin and all of these secular. You have to put on a show for people. You got to perform. People are paying to come see you, so you got to make sure you give them your all. But if there's no purpose attached to it, no underlying depth to it, you just up there juggling. It's a whole 3-ring circus.
Yeah.
Purpose is who you are. Performance is what you do. Did y'all hear me?
Say it
Purpose is
again.
who you are, and performance is what you do. Performance is an act. Purpose is deeper than that. It's an identity.
Hmm.
Purpose remains. It shouldn't go. That should be your driving force for life.
Hmm.
Purpose. Performance fluctuates because you can have
Yeah.
a bad day.
Yeah, I guess you can be off.
You can be totally off. You're singing off key. The stuff that you're supposed to be producing, your numbers are low.
Hmm. Making all types of mistakes.
All types of mistakes. It goes up and down. There's no consistency when it comes to performance. But your purpose should remain.
Yes. Many people have confused productivity with purpose. They believe if I'm busy, I'm purposeful. If I'm producing, I'm purposeful. If I'm exhausted, I must be working hard.
And
No.
you've heard that average. People tired that, man. I work hard today because I'm tired.
Hmm. Sometimes you overstate yourself. You're
Yeah.
doing stuff that wasn't even in your job description.
Nobody asked you to do. You just take
Right.
it. And sometimes you just exhausted and you haven't completed nothing.
Hmm.
You just look busy. There you go performing again, just walking back and forth. Ain't checked off nothing on your to-do list.
Some
But
people just tired from running their mouth. Ain't no action behind nothing. That's what.
that's what you're tired from.
Yeah.
Your lips jabbering.
Yeah.
It ain't no substance. Ain't saying nothing.
Nothing.
People talk a good game, Iris.
Hmm.
But those of us who know and can see and can discern, ain't nothing behind that. Ain't no purpose behind that. Ain't no depth behind that. You just up here talking and yet again performing.
Performing.
Get somewhere and sit down. Figure yourself out. If your purpose done got off track, sit down somewhere and figure out how to get back on course. You got to do a self check-in. You got to go reevaluate some things. You got to take time out and go seek the person who has given you purpose, who already has the outline for you. And for some reason, we like to go get our own sheet of paper and draw a whole new map when it's
Mhm.
already been mapped out. There we go, just doing stuff in our own way.
That's most of the time what it is. We be in the way.
But purpose is deeper than activity, Iris.
Hmm.
Some of the most purposeful seasons of life involve healing. Some of the most purposeful seasons in life involve healing. I think right now in the state that we're in, this is where we are. The
Hmm.
Lord is the Lord is wanting people to be healed.
That's exactly where it is.
He is tired. The man who created purpose, who died on the cross, I think we have exhausted him. Because he's like, I have it laid out. I have mapped it out. And y'all doing any and everything but what I have ordained.
I'm telling you, he said, I took it for you. So you wouldn't have to do all this. He carried it for us.
Get healed and delivered and set free from this stuff. And for those of you who are like, well, I don't even know if this applies to me because I have no purpose. You don't have a purpose because you're still in that, you're not healed. You still dealing with trauma and other stuff that have suppressed things. When you are suppressed and burdened down, you can't see nothing else. You just feel like you're constantly drowning.
Yeah.
But if you're not taking the steps, the actions to come out of that thing and get connected with like-minded people who can help walk you through and navigate through your healing to get to your purpose, here we go, it's the same cycle again.
And we ain't talking about the surface stuff. We talking about the deep rooted things that you're not willing to address.
Right.
That's how we get past this to the healing part. We have to address it.
Resting, reflecting, growing, learning, recovering. Some of us are still in ICU. We can't deal with nothing because we're shut down. The Lord wants us in the recovery stage. We need to be able to get our own room, come out of there. Get your room where now you can have somebody else in there with you. It's 2 people in the room because you're doing much better now. You're not hooked up to any cords. Stuff ain't beeping. Life support, all of that. But in order to get to the recovery stage, you got to do everything I just said before. Heal, rest, reflect, grow, and learn. Then you recover.
And let me add this, even in recovery, even though you can be around folks, you're at ICU now, and in ICU you can't be around people like you said the other week. And sometimes in recovery, you still need to protect yourself.
True.
Everybody can't be around you.
Everybody can't have access.
Can't have access. That's what you mentioned the other week. Yeah. We still have to protect ourselves in recovery because you still, what's the word I'm looking at? It's still fresh. The wound, yeah.
It ain't quite all the way healed.
Yes.
It's scabbing. But the minute the wrong person come in or the wrong
get connected with the wrong source, yeah,
that scab can get pulled right back off, and there you go bleeding again. Now the healers and everything got to come back in, try to give you some Neosporin.
Antiseptic.
You have to put a Band-Aid right back on it so it can scab. But because you can't keep that Band-Aid on the whole time. You got to take the Band-Aid off so some fresh air can hit that thing. The elements can get to it. And a lot of us are just bandaged up.
Don't want to take it out. Just
wrapped up, tied up, tangled up, but ain't in Jesus. Let's talk about purpose fatigue and mental health. Clinically, purpose fatigue often presents as chronic exhaustion, irritability, emotional numbness, anxiety, depression, hopelessness, difficulty concentrating, compassion fatigue. You can't even connect with anybody else because you don't have it. You can't have empathy and sympathy for anybody else because you don't have it. We all know, we've all seen this in people, these things I just called out in your neighbor, your friend, your family member. And I'm pretty sure we all say, what are they going through? Why can't they come out of it?
Christy, many individuals continue functioning while silently deteriorating emotionally.
Mm.
That's pretty much what you just asked about. The people that can't come out of, we keep saying it, they're deteriorating.
Mm-hmm. And do
People
you
know,
know,
go
you
ahead.
know what that looks like to deteriorate? You're breaking down.
Mm-hmm.
Your particles are breaking down, and soon eventually it starts evaporating. If you don't get somewhere and get some type of uh, support or emergency resources, you be in that cycle so long. That's where the emotional numbness come in, and you're just so detached.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Aaron.
I was gonna say, even in that state, even in that deteriorating state, they're saying, "I'm still going to work. I'm still going to serve. I'm still going to show up." But how effective are you?
How are you looking?
Yeah,
You
but
going to work, serving, and showing up looking a mess. We see you not well. I had the time we like, they look in the mirror this morning. You showing up, you going to work, you clocking in and clocking out, but nothing was done productive in the middle. You serving, you can anybody can hold a tray. And, and I'm not talking about serving food. I'm talking about anybody can hold something up. We can hold ourselves up
mm-hmm.
and still have no substance there. We can show up, but not we can physically show up, but not mentally, emotionally, or spiritually be present.
Mm-hmm.
Functioning is not the same as thriving, Iris.
It's not. It's not.
Functioning is not the same as thriving. Thriving the word in itself. It just means to me. It just means like there's no boundaries. You're just out there. Your best self is endless.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful. It's majestic. To me, functioning, I think of machinery.
It can break down at any point.
Yeah. Someone can be productive and emotionally depleted simultaneously. I I think of assembly lines. I can show up and put stuff in a box, but ain't nothing behind my eyes. I ain't got no conversation to give the employee. I ain't got nothing to give anybody. I'm just showing up being robotic.
Yeah. And a lot of times people become disconnected from themselves. They stop asking, how am I doing? What do I need? And what am I feeling? How can you though if you disconnected?
That's true. You disconnected from yourself, Iris. That's
Mm-hmm.
the important thing.
Yeah.
Because when you're disconnected from yourself and your purpose, instead of the things Iris asked, you ask instead, who needs me? What needs to get done? What's next? You see how no you, there's no thought of you, the concept of you in there anywhere. My identity is attached to my, like we said, my productivity and what people
Mm-hmm.
assume, what how I help others,
Yeah.
how they need me. And eventually they forget about themselves.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what happens. And the sad thing is, the people don't be needing him because you're replaceable.
Oh,
That's what you need.
oh,
That's because yeah,
go ahead.
that's where they really get they so-called validation from.
Hmm. Nobody requested you.
Yeah.
a lot of times what I hear is people are seeing problems that nobody said they had a problem. You see some, I don't think they're doing well. Says who? Did they come and tell you? Now you feel like you got to show up and call them and knock on the door and bring. Did they say they needed you? Cause you know they went through something last year, 6 months ago. You feel like they still struggling with that. Says who?
Because that's on their time frame, they feel like the person's still struggling up.
We don't know what people do behind closed doors, what type of healing, deliverance, set free. We don't know. That's why it's important to have conversations with people and stop assuming things. You feel validated because you feel like you're going to show up for somebody who didn't need you or requested you.
Mm-mm.
That's validation for you. Yeah, I went to my sister so-and-so house and stopped by to check on him and gave him a fruit basket. Who you telling? Who is asking you what you did?
Right.
Where is that coming from? If you feel like you got to share what you did for somebody else, how you showed up for it. But if we go in your house and be a fly on the wall, you sitting curled up in fetal position, can't function, can't sleep well. But you get up the next morning, put your best garment on and go out there again, functioning and performing.
Yeah, I guess it lights, camera, action, performing time. So let's talk about purpose fatigue and addiction recovery. Purpose fatigue also can appear to be recovery in communities. Many people and many individuals become passionate about helping others after their own healing journey, and that's beautiful. But sometimes helping becomes another form of avoidance. And that's where a lot of people get stuck in.
That's where
they help a lot of other people to avoid what they got going on.
Because just like you said, Iris, before, just because the scab is there, you feel like I'm completely healed now. But it's still soft. It's still tender.
Mm-hmm.
Any little wind or a knock against something,
be open right back up.
Again. But you feel like you got that scab now. You can go out here and save the world. I can profess. I can help the next person. Sit down somewhere until you see the scar. When no matter what you hit or what comes up, it ain't gonna open up again. That's
when they can't do it because they feel needed. They need it out here.
Healed has an ED on it. Completion.
Yes.
Healing is in the process of ing. You still healing.
You still healing. Yeah. Something's still going on with you.
Still going on. Go into a little. Explain that a little bit more, Iris.
What did you just say? As far as
what you had started talking about, passion fatigue appears in recovery.
On the healing journey, and I was saying that's beautiful. Yeah. Instead of addressing their own needs, they stay busy helping everyone else. What we just said. I love this. They become the sponsor. Who you sponsoring?
You still can't drive the ABC store without getting triggered.
Come on now. Who you sponsoring now? Here go the other. They want to be your mentor. You can't help me. You can't help me right now.
And you still healing.
The encourager. Got so many words.
So much to say. You such a cheerleader over there.
But can't encourage themselves. Can't even pull themselves out of the muck in the mire. The caretaker. Yeah, you neglect
yourself.
Yeah, you neglect your own self. Your own maintenance.
Oh, right. We helping somebody else with their daily living task and we can't even do it. And eventually, Iris, emotional depletion creates vulnerability.
Yeah, exactly. When people become exhausted, old coping mechanisms become more tempting.
Mm-mm.
I'm telling you.
Mm-mm.
That's why ongoing self care isn't optional. You have to make that a demand, a requirement.
So the day
It
you feel
is
like,
protective.
yes.
Um,
Just like substance abuse. As the trust, you got to take these steps every day for the rest.
Every day for the rest of your life.
Self care should be a priority
Yeah.
in any and everything you do. Just like you pencil in everything else on your calendar and set you want to go to all these meetings and all these church events and do all of this. Make sure you put time in for your self care, your vacation, your family, your personal time.
That's it.
Your job should not be, as we stated in episodes before, that's not your identity. Your title is not your identity. Your life shouldn't be consumed by just those things.
Nope. Don't even know how to don't even know how to
You're not
take
a
a day
relax.
off. Don't even know how to relax.
No. Iris, let's help listeners identify the signs that they might be experiencing purpose fatigue.
Okay.
You may be experiencing purpose fatigue if you dread the responsibilities you once enjoyed.
Mm.
You feel emotionally detached. You constantly fantasize about disappearing. You
Ooh.
just want to leave. Get out of here. You feel guilty resting. Small requests, tasks seem overwhelming. Little minor stuff, you're like, ugh.
Mm-hmm.
You're always tired. You're increasingly cynical. Now that gets on my nerve. You feel unseen and unappreciated. And you secretly wish someone would rescue you.
And maybe the biggest sign is you keep pouring from an empty cup because everyone expects you to.
But that's
Because
in
you
your head. Go ahead,
say
Iris.
that again, Christy.
That's in your head.
Yeah. Once again, you think everyone is needing you and requesting your presence, and they're not. You have put yourself in a situation where you feel like you always have to be present. You always got to be doing. And that could be in your nature that you were doer,
Mhm.
but that also can be a barrier for you
Yep.
because you're not taking that time for yourself. So if people see that, oh shit, that's a doer right there, who's gonna stop you from doing?
Yeah, who's gonna say no? I don't need
Don't
it.
need it. Yeah.
If you always advertising and being the first to jump to, I'm gonna keep accepting it.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I don't want to do it because I got boundaries. I know that I don't.
Because that's what the job do. When they see that part, oh, they normally do it anyway.
Mhm. They'll stay after.
Yeah, they gonna
They'll
stay
do
after.
overtime, and nobody knows your cup is empty.
No,
You got it in your hands. You're the only person drinking from it, and you're the only person that can see inside of it. And you yet keep extending yourself. How does that matter? How that 1 + 1 = 2? You are dehydrated, thirsty,
mm-hmm.
and yet you keep going into the game.
Cramping, about to fall out.
Yeah. I want our listeners and our viewers to take a moment and ask themselves, what am I carrying that was never meant for me to carry?
What responsibility have become heavier because I haven't asked for help?
And what needs replenishing in my life right now?
So let's help the listeners learn how to recover from purpose fatigue.
Okay.
The solution isn't abandoning your purpose, it's learning how to sustain it. No one ever said you had to give up and quit.
Nobody. That is not what the message that
No,
we're saying.
no,
Give up on your purpose or your plan. We're not saying that.
at all. But learning how to be efficient in what you do, like I said, and sustain it without overextending yourself and developing passion fatigue. That's what this is about.
Exactly, Iris. That's good. Rest before you're forced to. Do
Stop.
y'all hear me?
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No,
And
I
I was
was
going
just
to say,
I want them to hear what I said. Rest before you're forced to. Go ahead.
stop glorifying being exhausted. Every time we see you, that's all you say. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. I'm tired.
I'm gonna say, go lay down. What's stopping you from resting? Something's always wrong.
In and out the hospital.
Get somewhere and sit down. Just because you sit down does not mean your purpose is negated. It stops. Ain't nobody gonna forget about you.
Mm-mm.
Because if it's your purpose, can't no can't nobody else walk in it.
That's it.
It was designed for you.
Now, that's if it's your purpose now.
That's if it's your purpose. Rebuild healthy boundaries. Boundaries has been the
Ongoing thing, child.
this year in
Mhm.
Well Life Wednesday season 2. Boundaries, because we don't know how to set them. We don't have any. It's crossed every other day like a crossover. We gotta stop. It, Setting boundaries is safe. It helps you maintain, as I would say, sustain what
Mhm.
you got going on. Your healing. You have to have boundaries. When you're healed, you have to maintain your boundaries.
There you
Be
go.
consistent with your boundaries.
That's good. Also, reconnect with activities that restores your joy. A lot of people have lost their joy.
Mhm. Receive support. That could look like therapy, coaching, mentorship, community, and your spiritual guidance, your pastors.
And remember that purpose is a marathon, not a sprint. So it's not going quickly. Marathons are long. It's a
Nothing,
process.
right, exactly. Nothing
You got
happens
to
on.
work yourself up to it.
You got to build up to that
Yeah.
marathon.
Yeah.
You got to make sure you have enough water.
No
You got the
stem.
people. You got the stamina. Yes, Iris. You got people along the way who gonna be there to cheer you on and
Mhm.
offer stuff to you that you might need. To the person listening today who feels exhausted by responsibility, you are not weak. You're not failing. You're not ungrateful. You are tired, and there's a difference.
Purpose fatigue does not mean you lost your calling. It means you're being carrying it without any restoration.
Right. And the answer isn't to always work harder. We're saying the opposite. Sometimes the answer is to pause, to stop, to breathe, to heal, to receive because you're always giving.
Yes.
Let others pour into you. Let other people hold you up, support you, to replenish.
You deserve the same care that you give to everyone else.
Yes, you do. And we want you to remember this: your purpose should not destroy you. Your purpose should flow through a healthy version of you, my God. Your purpose should flow through a healthy version of you.
That's good, Cristy. So thank you all for joining us for another episode of Well Life Wednesday. We want you to continue to protect your peace, prioritize your healing, and remember to live well. And we'll see you next week.
We'll see you guys next week and take a look at some of the questions that we want you guys to ask yourself at the end here. See you next week.